Okay, so I just want to explain a little bit about why we're doing a peer reflection sheet instead of peer critiques right away. So, peer critiquing is a fundamental skill that is involved in public speaking. And you wouldn't think so because I think we think of public speaking as like a personal thing. Um, but watching and processing that, making critical choices, applying it to ourselves, thinking through what another speaker is doing. I mean, that's a huge component. And then, of course, we're always learning from other speakers. So, in classes like this, it, almost always there's some sort of peer critique requirement, right? So you have to watch your peers and give feedback. And this irritates me because in most basic courses, remember, I've taught this course at a bunch of different institutions, and each of them have been a general education requirement. So they have these certain things they want you to learn. And one is peer feedback. And here's the thing about peer feedback, it is a lot more difficult or a lot more involved skill than people assume it is. And when I say people, I mean everybody from students to administrators to I even think some public speaking professors. But here's the thing about feedback, it's not just about watching your peers and giving responses like here's what you did well and here's what you need to do better and here's what didn't work, etc. It's two levels. So the first level, the first skill that I don't think people realize is actually a skill is being able to watch something and critically think about it. Well, if you're just learning public speaking, I mean, how many of you have never given a speech in front of people except the one we did this last week? Like, if you've never done that, how are you then going to be able to look at someone else's speech and critically think through, right? And then the second step is once you can do that, then that sort of like vetted, thoughtful, edited thought process becomes feedback. So I think a lot of times we think like, oh, I watch a person's speech and I give them feedback, right? Well, do you see how that first skill we have to build up first? We have to like practice watching and thinking through what we're learning and what we know about speech giving and then like sort of get to the point where we're thinking through and then can give feedback. So this week, for this first speech, we're not giving any peer feedback. You're just doing a reflection. Um, and it's a peer reflection. So, you're all about me, which is a separate assignment. That's a speech reflection where you're going to watch your own video and reflect on that. That's separate. This peer response form has guided questions to help starting your thinking process about what you're watching and how you're thinking through some of the concepts you're seeing and like how you might talk about them or identify them in your peers. So you're just turning that in for me. It's sort of a self-reflective process, and then the next speech we'll do peer critiques. um, so uh, this assignment, is it this side? Yeah, all about me is over here. So this assignment is also separate from watching all the speeches. So watching all the speeches is just like going to class. You go to class, you watch the speeches, and I'm having you do a comment on each of them just so that it doesn't feel like we're speaking into the void and people can read the very quick, positive, like, hey, nice job, girl. Love this part. Love, great topic, blah, blah, blah. Something very simple, very easy, one sentence. You can do it while you're watching. So quick, so easy. Shouldn't add any time. Um, some people were really worried about how long it would take to watch all the videos and make comments. It's not feedback, it's not taking time. Literally, you're just watching, and the comment is just so you know, we can all see the community that's watching. I can see on Go React, I can get a report for how many videos you've watched, so I don't need the comment, but it's nice to have, yeah. Um, and that's part of your watching speeches points. Um, and then this reflection video, this side, and then this like peer reflection video is to get you thinking about critical peer processes. And then the All About Me is a self-reflection. This may seem like a lot. I don't really think it is. It's all connected, and it's all sort of around reflecting on speeches, watching your classmates, and reflecting on your own. I do have one chapter and an extra little reading um, this week, and it's mostly to get it in before persuasion. And sort of like the audience stuff will make so much sense in terms of how you just did speeches, and now we're sort of really, um, you've already heard about audience. I mean, audience is woven through a lot of the other concepts and content chapters we've gone through. So this kind of solidifies it. And then I've got a quick video talking about it, and an application TED Talk to watch. I guess what I'm trying to say is light content this week, and if you don't get to it, you can do it in the future. It's just like this is a good place for it before we dive into persuasion next week. So if you've got any questions, let me know. Hopefully this makes sense. While you're doing a bunch of work this week, I find it sort of like, if you were in class, most of it would be taking place in class. So it's actually kind of a light homework week, hopefully. And yeah, I'm starting to watch all the videos and give you feedback, and I'm really excited. Okay, let me know if you need anything. Bye.